has worked with more than 70 countries and has traveled to more than 25 countries globally. How lucky is she? She has spoken to various conferences, ranging from the United Nations, Wiesbaden Conference in Germany, Women in Engineering, and chaired various panels at the Africa Security Conference in Ethiopia, as well as the Africa Border Security Week.
In August, our pledge is to say this is what we have achieved. We will have the statistics, we will know the current state, we will know what policies we need to put in place to ensure that, one, we have more female-owned businesses within the South African Aerospace Defence Industry Association. Two, more women in leadership positions, and also in terms of the supply chain. So there's various areas in which we will make sure that by the time August comes, we are able to then measure that. Let us work together to empower, support, as well as celebrate women in defense. Together, we really can create an inclusive and a diverse defense sector. I thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce a distinguished leader whose dedication and service has gently shaped transformation as well as modernization of our defense force. Major General Maso.
Upon entry on this post, the only matter that you have to address is to know exactly why are you appointed in the post. That you have to do diligently and intentionally by consulting the principals that have put you in the post and know exactly what is the aim of my 3 years in this service. And upon being told those aims, you look at all the objectives on the table. You look at your predecessors, what have they done? In the first session that we had, upon being appointed in 2023, I acknowledge that a lot has been done in transformation. Nothing needs to be done. All that needs to be done is execution of what have already been put to the table, but the intentionality of getting that done and the efforts in a male-dominated organization. You have to know exactly how you navigate the process. You cannot navigate the processes without using your constitution, of course, without using the framework that is put in front of you and navigating to know exactly how do I get this done. You will have sessions when you are reading of records of seminars and work sessions that have been done that have always come up with same resolutions, but nothing has been implemented. The first session that was a breakthrough session of last year was having the chief of the SANDF attending a seminar of women for the first time with his principals, so that we can acknowledge to him that we are sick and tired of talking as women to women about women for women.
She is championing both industrial excellence and empowerment in a space where women have historically been underrepresented. She is also an active member of AMD, contributing to the broader strategic direction of the defense industry in our country. Please help me welcome on stage Dr. Khulile Mthembu.
My role today is a double-sided role, but I'm not going to do that on my own. There is a host that was supposed to be here, but allow me to call Rizibile on the stage. The reason why it is because there was a change of a program, because she was out of the country and she landed last night. And so we had to give her that time, to relax a little bit. So Rizibile, you will come and host this with me at this time.
Today, as I am standing here, I want to ask everyone, what is your role to make sure that we open the door for the women that are coming after us? And as a young woman today, I am making that commitment that I will be taking a stand to ensure that I do a follow-through, because as South Africa, we have proper greater plans, policies, implementation plans, but do we follow them through? Do we have matrices that we use to make sure that we measure what we have put on paper. Let's ponder on that.
Swatec Defense and Aerospace is a company that started operating in 1992, and that is pre our time in power. But it was from the hands of those that had started it. But I, as a young girl, I took a decision and I said, I am going to enter this industry without knowledge. But here I am today. Swatec is 32 years in operation. And I, as a young girl who comes from the dusty street of Kanyamazane, I am in this business now 100% owned, taking it from a couple that, I'm sorry, I'm just going to categorize, a couple that was white. And it was owned by 4 gentlemen. And I came in 2008. In 2008, I started as a 30% shareholder. I moved in 2013, I was a 51% shareholder. But today, in 2021, I took over and I became 100% shareholder.
When we go to these countries, they say to us, we want to move away from Europe for whatever reasons. They have various reasons. We want to move away. We want South African, we want African products, we want South African products. One countries where we recently were, they were even saying to us, look, we know that South African products are so good that even if you buy them when they are obsolete, you'll still get many years of use out of those products. I just want to say, echo what was said. So when you support women-owned business, it's about societal change. It's not just about money. And there's a saying that as women, we have to act as if it were possible to radically transform the world. And we have to keep on doing it every day.
I think what's important is empowering ladies. I have 28 ladies who work for me and 2 men. I used to have, yes. And I used to have 29 ladies and 1 man. And in a photo, I actually asked them to put a wig on. And I actually gave him a wig and he was most offended. But so I could, anyway, so no, we have 28 ladies. All those ladies have been with me for more than 15 years. Yeah. They are so important to me. They call me Mama. I am their Mama. And they are my ladies. They are my friends. They are my family. And I really feel that strongly. I support them and their families. We give training. We do buddy systems, so one person learns from another. And so we empower them. It's extremely important.
One of the 3 outcomes for the entire department, all branches of the DTI should, all institutions of the DTI, entities of the DTI, 19 of them, they should follow these outcomes of reindustrialization, job creation, and transformation. And we know transformation talks us to directly in this room, right? Transformation says black people, women, and youth, historically disadvantaged individuals.